Parents, there is a word blowing up this week that is quietly making people panic because once you hear it, you might just start seeing it in your own home. Newsweek just covered the term phubbing. If you'd never heard that word before, because I hadn't either, it is literally phone plus snubbing. Phubbing. It describes those moments when we get so absorbed in our phones that our 1 minute to our child quickly turns into 14. I once went down a rabbit hole that I scrolled for so long while I was boiling water that the water boiled off before I was able to drop the pasta. Not my finest hour. But here is why this is suddenly becoming a story. Experts told Newsweek that when parents are frequently distracted on their phones around their kids, that the children can feel brushed off or dismissed. And when that happens, often, we may start to see acting out, withdrawal, or kids copying that same distracted behavior. This first TikTok will hit you right in the mom gut. My kids are 8 and 12 now, but I remember those early years where the days are long, but the years are short, and you are counting down the minutes until bedtime. And it's not because you don't love your child. That's what this video does. It taps into that tension of, is this moment really important? Similar situation, completely different story, because most of us are managing an entire household from a small rectangle that we walk around with all day long. It is a similar behavior, but a completely different story behind it.
Cell phones are the new cigarettes. It's a saying that I can't stop thinking about. For example, in this day and age, would you smoke at the dinner table? No. Would you smoke while you're giving your kids a bath? No. Would you light up a cigarette while you're laying in bed with your child, like helping them fall asleep? No. But just the idea of we're always going to have scroll time. I get that. But I'm really trying to look at it. Like, if I get on my phone around my kids, I'll stop and think to myself and be like, would I be smoking right? Is this a smoke break? And that kind of helps. So if that mindset helps you, think about it. The next time you go to be on your phone when you're around your young kids, think to yourself, is this an appropriate time to smoke? Which, for the record, it never is. Don't smoke.
This might be the most surprisingly helpful take, a little bit dramatic, but it makes sense. Think of our scrolling like a cigarette break. If we want to scroll, we're not just going to pick up our phone and scroll at any moment in the middle of a bedtime story or in the middle of bath time. We're going to schedule it. We're going to step outside, we're going to reset, and then we're going to come on back. So here's my takeaway as a teacher and a mom. It is not about each and every little moment and getting it right. When we zoom out and we look at the patterns that we make as a parent, that is what matters more. And when the pressure starts to seep in, I remind myself of studies like the Good Enough study, which said we don't have to get it right all of the time. We just need to get it right some of the time. So if this topic stirred anything up for you, you can go ahead and put that down. You are allowed to miss a moment, come back and repair. That is what real life looks like. And your tiny takeaway today is one intentional scroll break, a little cigarette break. Not a rule, not a punishment, just a little reset. And I will see you tomorrow for the brand new mental load study that moms have been waiting for. See you soon.